Good morning, Year 3. Mr. Grocott here with another maths video for you. Today we're going to be looking at the White Rose Maths learning. The link is on the screen at the moment, and this will take you to a website which has your question sheet and an answer sheet, as well as a video to help you with your learning. Though I'm positive it's not as good as our videos, so I would recommend just using this one. Once you've done your work, you can check your work using the answer sheet and make sure you've got it all right. Don't worry about finding these on the website though, because I will be emailing them to you as well, so please check your emails for those. So I'm going to go through some of the styles of questions that they're asking you on this sheet. So the first one says, it's got a number line, and it's labelled up a quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 1. Seems easy enough, doesn't it? It's split into 4 equal parts. Each part is a fraction. But what if I asked you to go beyond 1? Because this number line doesn't stop at 1. It goes all the way up to 2. And it's got some more fractions hidden. Well, it can't just be 1 quarter, 2 quarters, and 3 quarters again, because they're there. What I would recommend is remembering that this one here, this whole one, is the same as 4 quarters. Okay. So each time the denominator has stayed the same, the numerator has gone up by 1 because we've done an extra jump. So 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters. What comes next? Hopefully, if you remember us doing this before, you'll remember it's 5 quarters, because I've added another quarter on, so I've now got 5 quarters altogether. Okay, I've got a whole one plus an extra quarter. So this next one must be 6 quarters. This next one, 7 quarters. And then finally we reach the number 2, 2 whole ones. And 2 whole ones is the same as saying 8 quarters. Okay, nice and easy. You'll also be asked to estimate where a fraction is on a number line. Okay, so here it says estimate where a half is on the number line. So first of all, I'm going to write the fraction down. So a half is 1 over 2. And I know my number line needs to be split into parts based on the denominator. So my denominator is 2. So my number line needs to be split into 2 equal parts. So if I look across here, I could use a ruler to help me, but not for this one because half is clearly going to be in the middle. Let's get the line. Nice red one. And there we have it. There's a half. Okay. 2 equal parts. 1 half, a whole one. If I asked you to find a quarter, estimate where a quarter would be on this number line, you would say, well, the number line needs to be split into 4 equal parts. So I've already got it into 2. To get 4, I need to halve these sections again equally. So again, find in the middle. There we are. Make it nice and straight, and about there. Okay, so I need to find a quarter. There we go. So there would be a quarter, 2 quarters, which is equivalent to a half, 3 quarters, a whole one. Nice and easy. Nice, easy maths lesson. Now, I've borrowed this one from your worksheet, because when I first read it, even I was a bit confused, okay? Didn't make much sense to me what the question was actually asking me to do. So I'm going to explain it here in case anyone else has the same problem. I'm not going to give you the answer because that would make it too easy. I want you to try this by yourselves, okay? So it says, what fraction is shown in each diagram? Draw an arrow to show the fraction on the number line. So what it's asking you to do is look at these two and find out the total fraction. Okay? Now look carefully because it's not a whole thing. There's a gap. So we've got two objects, both split into three pieces. Now this is the only bit I'm going to help you with. In this box here, it wants the answer. How many thirds are shaded? That's basically what it's asking you to find out. So you would count up how many thirds are shaded and write it in this box. Okay? And then it wants you to draw an arrow on the number line to show where that fraction is. So once you've got your answer to here, you're going to look on your number line and go, oh, well, where's that fraction? And then you'll label it. Okay? Really easy when you think about it. Just the wording of that question might confuse you. So, once you've done all that, once you've done that worksheet, I've made a platinum challenge for you. There's a copy of it here. This is my copy. This is different to the one you're doing. Okay? Same style of question, but different. Okay? I'm going to do this one as an example to show you how I want yours done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at how many parts my number line is split into. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so my denominator is going to be 6. Now then, let's have a look at these clues. For each clue, it's referring to a shape. So you'll write the shape it's referring to on these lines. And then I also want you to tell me what fraction each shape is worth. So once you've found out what that triangle is, you'll write it here. And then next to I also want an equivalent fraction. So let's start off with the first clue. My denominator is 6. And my numerator is half of my denominator. Well, what's half of 6? 3. So this one is clearly 3 6. So let's see which one of my shapes is 3 6. 1 6, 2 6, 3 6. So my first one is referring to my circle. And I now know that my circle is worth 3 6. Make that a bit smaller because I need the room. And I also want an equivalent fraction. Well, the easiest way to get an equivalent fraction is double the denominator and double the numerator. So 6 doubled is 12, 3 doubled is 6, so an equivalent fraction would be 6 twelfths. So that's my circle done. Let's look at the next clue. I come before the shape equivalent to half, and I am equivalent to 2 6. Well, what's half on my number line? Halfway through would be 3 6. So it's coming before 3 6, so it must be the triangle. Okay? It's the only one that comes before my circle, so it must be the answer. We can check this by saying, well, is it equivalent to 2 6? 1 6, 2 6. Yes, it is. But if it's equivalent to 2 6, that triangle must be worth 1/3. Okay? Because it's not saying this shape is 2 6, it's saying it's equivalent to 2 6. So that triangle isn't 2 6, it's 1/3. And then what's an equivalent fraction? Well, then you could write your 2 6. Because it's giving you that one on the clue. The next one says, I am equivalent to 1, a whole 1. Well, 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6, a whole 1. It's my pentagon. And 1 whole 1 is the same as 6 6. What's an equivalent fraction to 6/6? Ooh, any fraction where the denominator is the same as the numerator. I could have 10/10 because they're both equal to a whole one. And then my final one says I am the same as 2/3. The same as means it's equal to. So let's see which one is 2/3. Well, let's double it. Double 2 is 4. Double 3 is 6. I'm looking for 4, 6. 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6. So it's on about my square. My square is worth 4, 6. And then an equivalent fraction could be 2/3, or if you want to give me a different one, you could say double 4 is 8, double 6 is 12. You could say 8/12 is an equivalent fraction. And there you have it. I hope this helps you with your work today. If you have any questions, please get in touch and enjoy the rest of your day.